farm.
How about at the rural level? Is it the same kind of buy-in that they have?
Of course, at the rural level, like I said, it's a whole system. We have a seamless referral system from the primary health care to the secondary care to tertiary care, and it's working. And part of the interesting thing is that using the tool of this ubiquitous IT2, cell phone, we've been able to broaden the base of access, and it's working.
You know, Governor Mimiko, let me come in here, because I still want to understand how this can be sustained, because that hasn't actually answered what Chamberlain asked. I went round, and well, anyway, congratulations. I think someone was in labor while we were there last night. Okay. We just couldn't stand all of that. And looking at all of those things we saw, to the extent that there is an adjoining home or like a hostel facility where people, relatives of those who come to that facility can lodge, and they pay just 200 naira for the night. That is novel. The question Chamberlain is asking is that definitely you're running on your last leg of your stay as Governor of Ondo State. What happens when you leave?
I was talking about the sustainability factor. Number one, like I'm saying, the system is very efficient. Number two is the buy-in of the people. Number three is that we have built a critical mass of health workers who are committed, who are efficient, because people have run away with this vision. Those are sustainability factors. Number four is that by choice, we run this on budget. Because before the end of the year, we are putting in place a health insurance scheme. We are already partnering with the federal government, with the National Health Insurance Scheme, to run on some of these projects. And we are expanding the base of our health insurance scheme. But we must appreciate that there must be a leader in the health. Once that is appreciated, then it is also appreciated that it's an integrated job. There's nobody who can do it alone. I think invariably we will be able to do it. Because all of these squabbles, most of them, everybody is fighting for turf, everybody is wanting to be a leader. So
let me pick up on one more thing in the health sector. You spoke about emergency.
Yeah.
We know that we're trying to improve our emergency response system in this country, not just in health, but almost in every sector. What is your target here in the States if there were to be a health emergency, for instance? I mean, we talk about the structural challenge you have before an ambulance could get to pick somebody up and back. What's your target?
We have a system in place. Let me tell you about the system we have in place, emergency medical services. We have realized, what is the point putting the free health services in place, free education system, exciting schools, only for the old person to be killed on Ondo or a road. We found out that the biggest killer of young adults in this country is road traffic accidents. And so we put together an integrated emergency medical services, which includes the fact we've built base stations, critical junctions in the state. When there's any accident, you have an information control center. When the information gets there, the ambulance base station is alerted, and these base stations are there 24/7 with ambulance, with extrication team, and immediately they get there. And those ambulance are mobile hospitals. They get there, take the patient to the nearest trauma center, and they must have been alerted, so the theater is prepared. They go in there, and under our system, our policy is unhindered access to healthcare within the first 24, 48 hours, so at the critical time. Unhindered access. We're not saying free, but it's unhindered. There is no financial barrier. Our ultimate goal is that our response time, for this year, our response time is around 15 minutes. Next year, we are trying to target between 5 and 10 minutes. So accident anywhere in Ondo State, informed help must arrive within 5-10 minutes. We are doing 15 minutes now, and we hope to do 5-10 minutes.
We'll go into some other area, but very quickly, this it comes with a price, and for some Ondo citizens, they are asking about the debt profile that all of this will amount to. Specifically, someone is asking untreated to ask how you will manage the debt profile of Ondo State.
Our debt is sustainable, and even this year, last year we didn't go to market. In 2011, we got approval to source 50 billion naira from the capital market. We sourced the first tranche of 23 billion, which we're managing. Last year, we didn't go to the market. This year, we hope to go to the market. The DMO has adjudged us. Our debt profile is sustainable, and you see, it's all about investment in critical sectors of the economy. It's about the type of investment that ultimately will add value. We're having a lot of investment in human capital, economic drivers like the IPP, independent power plant. We have some investment in oil and gas sector. We need a whole lot of investment in agriculture. We have 4 agro-business cities that we have built. All of these are necessary investment if we must actually catalyze redevelopment in the state. Yes, with a lot of long-term investment in health and education, but we know that a few years down the line, this investment will pay for itself.
You're viewing them, these investments, especially in health and education, which you would seem primarily focused on, and perhaps rightly so too, as social infrastructure. They're definitely not money spinners, are they?
In the short run, we live in a knowledge economy. The future of this country is not our oil and gas, it's not our green vegetation, it is our cerebral power. Any country or any state that does not invest in human capital development down the line will have cause to regret it. So it's not a short-term investment, medium-term to long-term. Look, we have one hospital now, and the exciting thing for me about the trauma center that we built is that all the consultants there, by the way, when we came into this state in 2009, there were only 4 consultants in the system. Today we have 76 to 77 consultants in the system. And the exciting thing that they are all young chaps between the ages of 30, 35 to 40. And you really need to see the exploits there. They do brain surgery, spinal surgery, total hip replacement. They're all Nigerians. These are the products of investment that we made over the years. So our responsibility is to ensure that we enhance this investment, human capital development, especially in critical areas of science and technology and ICT, so that we will be truly globally competitive down the line.
I just want to change the course now.
Okay.
You're back home, the PDP.
Yeah, I am. And exciting to be back, too.
What lured you back?
What lured me back? What lured me away in the first instance? You know, I was in PDP.
That's what you're back home.
But when the space for competition was constrained, and in that era of do or die, in that era of garrison politics, I didn't have the space I needed. That was why I sought a platform at the Labour Party. Then suddenly we have a president who has proven to me that, number one, this is a civilian president, so to say, who is very civil, who is ready to give even the opposition space. You will recall that either in Edo, Ondo, Anambra, the president presided over an election, and the party lost. His own party lost. I was the first to congratulate me, to congratulate Oshomole, to congratulate PT2. You see, suddenly, because I lived through the era of do or die, and I lived through this real era of liberal democracy. Suddenly the space is open, and I see the tendency. I've always believed in two dominant party system for a country like Nigeria, and I see the two-party system evolving, two dominant parties, APC, PDP. I see the configuration of APC. I see the configuration in terms of structure, in terms of processes, in terms of personality, in terms of antecedents of players. I have no doubt in my mind that it was time to go back to PDP so that my state can be part of the two dominant parties in this country. I believe in two-party democracy. Of course, there could be some fringe parties, but ultimately, there will be two parties, and I haven't analyzed it. I have no doubt in my mind that in terms, an interesting thing that even in terms of ideology,